Hi everyone, welcome to Do You Know the UK podcast. We are at episode 8 of part 2 of Warren's adventures in Japan.
Check it out, people. She's taken over. She's a permanent resident.
Yay! I love introducing things, so I shall do it more often.
You will do it more often.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Oh, Warren, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Warren. This is what happens. In a year of first, this is what happens. But anyhow, how are you, Amira?
I'm going to tell you.
I'm really well, thank you. Thank you for asking. It's become hot all of a sudden.
It's like 30
we're
degrees.
cooking.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And Warren's somehow in this weather.
What is going on?
Because it's for the look.
It's for the look.
It's for the look. You just got to do it.
Take him off with
You
the
wouldn't
team.
understand.
I would not understand.
Beauty is pain.
Yeah.
But yeah. Go on then, Amira. What are we talking about today?
We're just going to ask Warren about his Japan adventures, I guess.
Japan episode 2. Warren's
Yeah.
escapades in Japan. Actually, Warren, a quick question before we actually get into it, but also very much part of it. Why Japan?
Well, it was an entire year of firsts for me, like this sort of last year. Like, as you know, I came back from my first year of living away from university, and I've just been doing a lot of things for the first time. I started driving for the first time. I've been like going off on like adventures for the first time, whereas before I was more of like a home bug. And I really wanted something to push that further. And I think Japan was such a far out there idea that it'd almost be crazy if I actually did it and went for it. And that's exactly what I did.
Awesome.
So and
Awesome.
to sort of top that off as well, I think now is a better time than ever to go to Japan. Because I'm not sure if you heard, but the yen is incredibly weak at the minute. It's about 202 yen to the pound right now. So I know it doesn't make much sense, but when you go there, you'll understand things are sort of incredibly cheap with that currency conversion.
There's lots of places that are cheap in the world. But I guess Japan culture,
Yeah.
etc. So yeah, have you got a story for us?
Of course, I've got a story for you.
Give us a story.
All right. Well, on our table here, we've got Gunther. Now, Gunther, I won in an arcade, and arcades in Japan are incredible. They're just crazy. There's so many different arcades, and it's this entire own culture there. But one thing that sticks out the most that I wanted to talk about and give a story about today is gachas. So, do you know what a gacha is? Do either you know what a gacha is?
I don't know what a gacha is. Tell us what a gacha
Never
is.
had that word in my life.
Can you take a guess? I'll give you a hint. Do you know like Kinder eggs?
Kinder eggs. Yeah, I know what Kinder eggs are.
Yeah, you know, like you get the little toy.
Okay.
All right, so,
Oh.
yeah. Do you see where I'm
I've
coming?
got it. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
so a gacha is like you sort of put the money in the machine, and they range in prices. So you can get some that are 100 yen, which
So
is
are these everywhere? Are these like
everywhere.
They're
I kid you not. These things have their own two-story stores. Like you can be what do you call it? Like I'd be walking like in the subway, and in the subways they have like all these stores. It's really cool,
Okay.
and like there's an entire gacha store. So it's crazy and like
Gacha.
gacha.
Okay. I'm gonna think gotcha.
What's the
How are you
name?
gonna remember it?
So when I was younger, there was like this thing called Gacha, like a cartoony thing. Do you know what I'm on about?
No.
Okay, well, I can't think of that. Every time I kept saying it, I was like, Gacha? Like some cartoon thing? But, okay.
But yeah,
It is.
they completely vary. So like I say, you get some that are 100 yen, about 50p. You get some that are 500 yen, which is about £2, and then there's some that are about 1,000 yen, £8, and then you have the luxury gachas, which are about £50. They're 10,000 yen a pop. Yeah, so you just like the luxury ones are the best ones.
Okay,
Those
give
are
us the
ones
prices
that are-
again.
All right, so there's 100 yen, 50p.
100 yen.
Wait, do you want it pounds or yen, or should I just?
No, both. Do the.
Yeah. All right, cool. So then 500 yen, about £2.
Okay.
Then 1,000 yen, about £8.
Okay.
And then 10,000 yen, about £50.
And that's the luxury.
That's the luxury gacha.
Okay.
What kind of stuff with the luxury one?
So let me get this right. So this is money you put into a machine,
Yeah.
and it's like one of those things where
Yeah, you turn it. Yeah.
and depending on what you turn, that's what you get.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm with you.
Yeah. So and like the type of stuff you get essentially is it ranges in prices. So for 100 yen, you typically get like a keychain.
Mm-hmm.
For 500 yen, you normally get something a bit more useful. Like you can get coin purses, like hand towels, because like those are big out in Japan. For 1,000 yen, I'll tell you about that in a second. That's the story I have. There's also adult gachas.
No.
I'll leave the rest to your imagination. But there
My
is-
imagination, her imagination.
Whoa.
Young
there is adult gachas,
Okay,
and then obviously
that's not cool.
then there's luxury gachas.
You didn't need to tell us that.
Yeah, no, listen, I'm just filling you in on the details. And then the luxury gachas are the ones where you get like PS5, you get Louis Vuitton bags.
No way.
It's crazy. Honestly, you have to look it up. It's insane.
Wow.
And so that basically, I was just walking through like a mall with Emery, and like I just see a machine, and it's got like it's like a gacha one, and it says 1,000 yen.
Okay.
Right, and I haven't seen a gacha that costs this much at this point,
Wow.
right? Because 1,000 yen is like £8, and I'm thinking, would I spend £8 on that? And like Emery's like, no, you can't. It's 1,000 yen. What are you doing? I was like, yeah, but what if I accidentally just open my wallet? Oh, it's a shame. I paid for it now. And like you twist it, right? And then the thing comes out, and I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be something rubbish, surely. I open it, and it's a key.
Huh.
And I'm like, key? And then there's a saw in front of this machine,
No way.
right? And you go in there, and it's got all of these boxes that have different numbers on it.
So this is a cultural experience.
This is, yeah.
This isn't like one of those really rubbish. You know what it's like, Amira, when you're a kid or whatever. You just go in, you get one of these really stupid toys, and you get it, and it's just rubbish.
It's cool for 2 minutes, and then it stays somewhere forever.
Yeah,
I
the
probably
end
drop
was
it
so
on the way
bad.
home.
I hated that.
But yeah, these are really cool stuff. So yeah, you open up the gacha, and there's a key inside, and it has a little number on it, and you have to go and find the box. And like this was like I was hooked immediately. I was like, this is amazing. And the first thing I got was like a Minecraft pig plush. So it was like a little just like a little Minecraft pig with a saddle on it, which was like hilarious. And then obviously Amreen wanted to try, so we got another one. So that's £16 gone so far, right?
Okay.
And when she got it, she got something really rubbish. I think she got like a doll or like a figure thing.
Okay.
And I thought, well, we can't, like, that's a bit rubbish. Can't end on a loss, surely. So another £8, right? Get another key, find the number. It's another pig. It's the pig from Toy Story this time. At this point, I think they're trying to tell me
From
something.
Toy Story.
Yeah. You know the piggy bank.
Okay.
I'd do a voice impression, but
Do it,
No, because I can't remember exactly what he sounds like. You know when he flicks through the TV?
I don't
He's like,
remember.
oh, I'll know when I see that one. But yeah, so I thought, oh, okay, that's cool. And now obviously, like, I've got like a rush from it. I'm like, yeah, I've got something cool again. So another £8. And this time it's Emreen's turn, so she goes for it again. Right, but she gets a box. It's just like literally just a storage box. That's it.
Okay.
Like it was a bit rubbish. And thought, well,
How big is the machine?
it's quite a big machine. I'm talking like I don't know. You're quite a big guy. No, I'm kidding. It's like
Okay.
it's like probably. I'd have to say, it's, obviously the viewers can't see it, but from where you are, it's probably that light. So
Okay.
it's quite a large machine, and like I say, it's got like these like massive plastic ball things. You pop them over.
So is it like a vending machine?
Almost, yeah. Vending
Okay.
machines are another thing we could talk about.
Okay.
And they're everywhere. But yeah, so what do you call it? Now I've got a rush from it. Hang on, I've got to tell you the grand total. So yeah, I've got another rush from it. So I got to pop in a. No, it was rubbish. I was like, well, I can't end on a loss, surely. So another £8, right? And you just can't end on a loss. And it's true. And this time, right, you get a Mario Kart. Like it's Luigi in like a Mario Kart. And you pull it back and it goes. I thought, well, that's rubbish, right? Can't end on a loss. Another £8, right? Twist the machine again, and finally,
I think we're getting.
No, this is the last one. This is the last one, okay? And do you know what I got?
Go on.
Do you know what I got?
That was a stupid thing there.
No. I'm going to ignore that for a second so we can keep the flow
I
going.
can't believe
Right.
you dissed Gunther.
It's
But-
so ugly. So,
Crocodile
no
slippers.
Crocodile
slippers. And when you
No
walk,
way.
the jaws open.
Ah.
So, and that was...
Jaws open.
I would have probably gone again, but I ran out of money. Because that was...
Okay. So, how many times did you?
Hang on 1 second, let me do the math. Probably about 6 or 7 times.
6 or 7 times.
That's crazy.
Okay.
So
So
8
that's
times.
42, 48, 50 quid. Roughly.
Yeah.
Wow.
No
so
regrets.
basically, you spent 50 quid on crocodile slippers.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you liked.
They didn't even
I
fit
think
me.
the gacha got you, mate.
Wow.
If you were in that position, Amira, would you have just gone for the, just the luxury brand, or would you not have done that at all?
I think I'll just go for luxury because I know
You'd
I'd
spend
actually like it.
£50 on it though.
You spent
And you spent
£50
£50 on a whole
No,
bunch
but that's
of
all together. Like if you buy the luxury one, that's 50. That's 50 boys in one go. Bro.
But
That's
you know
like,
it'll be
it's gone.
something that you like. You didn't
Yeah.
like the things that you
Yeah,
got.
but no, but see, the thing is, right, is essentially when you do the luxury ones, you don't always get a luxury prize.
Right.
Yeah, you could get just a key ring, and obviously you think, well, like there's like a bit of a gambling aspect to it there, don't you think?
Well, okay, so that to me does sound like gambling because it's a game of chance.
Yeah.
You're giving some money away that you may or may not have. Like, did you, when you got up and decided to go out that morning, did you think, okay, I'm just going to spend 50 quid on something random? So you didn't plan to do that.
You might get something of higher value as well. So you might get like a PS5, but you could also get something worth like a whole.
Amira, does that sound like gambling to you?
Definitely. I didn't know that you could get a key ring or something.
Yeah, no, in the
£50.
luxury
I wouldn't do
ones.
that. I wouldn't do that. Never mind.
So there's a
That's
chance you
gambling.
could just get a key ring.
Okay, so the only way this doesn't look like gambling is sometimes with gambling, you don't get anything. But I guess with this,
Because in
you
Japan,
are getting something.
yeah, there's laws about this in Japan, and the way they get past it is as long as you win something, it's technically not gambling.
Okay.
So it's really smart because you could put in 50 quid, but you could only get something that's worth like maybe £3. Right, but it's not gambling because you've won something. And they have like another really crazy thing as well in like the arcades where like they play these games that are a bit like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat type thing, and you get points for it, and with the points you can get a prize. Right, and like, oh yeah, great, a prize or whatever. But what if you want money? Well, you can literally like, there's places where you go across the road and you can sell the prize,
Okay.
and you can get money for it. And like that's how they like get past like these gambling laws and stuff.
Mm.
It's really sort of like it's really smart. It's really cheeky.
So, Amira, does this sound in any way interesting, fun? I mean, if there was these gacha machines in Luton, is this something you would do?
I think I would because you know the arcade we have now. I've spent so much money on that and I've never won anything from that.
Really?
So yeah, actually getting something might be kind of great, I guess.
Okay.
So we should get it.
So when's the last time you went into Galaxy and
Literally like 2 weeks ago with my friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
and how much money did they rinse you for?
No, I didn't spend much. I was being smart about it for once.
For one.
No, it was
She
for
was
like
leeching
£5.
on friends.
What was that?
That's what I'm hearing. Sorry,
Okay.
sorry.
I can see this is a common thing. I don't know how you guys actually managed to sit next to one.
How are we on the same camera? That's the crazy thing.
That is the crazy thing.
No, I've told Harvey to just
What I'm
sit on me.
H. What I'm
But
H.
no, but I don't like how arcade because most of the games are like video games, if that makes sense. Like I like the Japan idea of how they have actual, physical. Does that make sense? Physical games.
So do they play the lottery in Japan as well?
It might have been because I wasn't looking, but I didn't see a lottery or a scratcher anywhere.
So here's the thing, from my point of view, there were always these things back in the day, in that
Back
there
in
would
the day.
be back in the day. I've got to take it to back in the day. Come on,
Oh,
that's the only reason I'm here, to tell you about back in the day. So I think back in the day, things like this would not have been the way they are. I think even those sort of like Kinder eggs you get and the small things, I think that's very much a modern feature. If you did go to the arcades, yes, of course, if you go to the fun fair or if you go to arcades, there might have been some of that, but I think it's very much a new phenomenon. The thing that does annoy me in particular, I'll just tell you a little story. So I was in a shop getting some food the other day and a guy taps me on the shoulder and is like, bro, I really need some money, blah, blah, blah. And he'd already been around the shop. I was feeling a little bit weak, and I thought to myself, well, I'll just buy you some food. And he was like, oh no, I can't have the food from here, etc., etc. And he gave me the whole, oh, it's not halal. And I'm like, dude, there's vegetables, it's halal. And he was like, oh no, for my diet. And I was thinking, you do look kind of rough. You are a little bit, whatever. Anyhow, so I thought, okay, fine. Paid for my food, gave him some money, walked out, went out, was on the phone, and literally walked past the bookies, and he was in there. And I'm thinking, what? So the thing that does impact me is that you clearly went to these gacha machines, that's what they're called, right? And you managed to spend £50, which you had, which is completely fine. You won a prize, but I think in a place like Luton, in a place like England, where this is, acceptable and it's part of culture, right? people do scratch cards, people do lottery, people go to the bookies, people do all sorts of stuff. It seems to me that it just isn't a smart way to live. But in Japan, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's an entire culture. So I'd like to counteract that by saying, one, I paid for the experience, and two, like 90% of gamblers like quit before they win big. It's like a known fact.
Okay, we can check the stats. However, what I would say is that I personally don't think there's any major fun element to having so many bookies and having so many slot machines, etc. I don't see it. Do you see it?
It's fun, yeah.
You think it's fun?
Yeah. You're just old.
I'm just old.
No, he's on about like Ladbrokes and stuff that you see.
I thought you were talking about the machine.
No.
Like that's part. I mean, it's part of UK culture.
I'm glad you're back.
Listen, it's too hot. It's getting smooth.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what, guys? I think we're gonna have to go on a break. I think the heat in this room has affected our main host, Amira.
Whoa.
Look, dude, get over it. You got Gunther.
No, we have Gunther. We don't need her.
We have Gunther.
This was a bros podcast before you ruined it.
Is Gunther a male?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Do you know what?
It's a guy.
Guys, we'll be back in a bit. Hello and welcome back to Do You Know Do You Care podcast, Japan Part 2, Warren's escapades around the world. So we're going to get straight into it. We've still got Amira here with us.
Sadly.
I'm going to get that to when you hit your head for that in seconds.
Gunther's actually quite cute. Tell us a story about Gunther. Where did Gunther come from?
So I probably spent a good, maybe like 5,000 yen to get Gunther, which is like about £25. And like I got him.
Can you believe it?
I got him
More
because
reason
I
for me to
picked
throw
him
it,
up
mate.
by the string, so the claw machine didn't like let go of him.
Okay.
So like it held on to like the claw machine thing, and he's a bag. Like look, like you open him up and you can like pop stuff in there.
That's so weird.
You're so weird.
I'm sorry, Warren. It's just so ugly.
Guys, they do actually like one another. It's yeah.
It's the stat. I'm blaming that for everything.
I think it's quite cute.
Yeah, exactly. You're just.
This is so childish. I'm sorry.
Okay. Moving on. So yeah, story number 2. Apparently you bumped into some anime dancers.
I mean, alright, so
Before we get into that, Amira, your thoughts on anime? Are you much into Japanese culture? Is that
No.
kind of like a thing for you?
Not really. I've seen like 2 animes. I think they were really good though. But
Okay.
I'm not really like a crazy fan, if that makes sense. But yeah, do you like anime?
I don't actually watch much anime. I did like
So
a
you went
couple
to
of
Japan,
years
you didn't
ago.
watch anime.
Yeah, but it's not that, right? There's other Japan isn't just anime, okay? You narrow-minded person. So you're like, how can we have her on the podcast? She's not even open-minded.
I know it's
Where
not
did you
anime,
find
okay?
her?
I don't even like anime, so I know it's not
I didn't
anime.
ask. Didn't
Found her
care.
in a gacha
Shut up.
machine.
Didn't know, didn't care.
Okay, it's getting violent in the studio. See, this is what happens. You have a professional set and you let. Okay,
so,
anyhow.
Yeah, on like, so imagine, right, it went like this. I hopped off the plane at LAS, right, with a dream and a cardigan, right? And I come out of the
lyrics.
Come out of the train station, and like I start walking around, and like suddenly all around me there's like anime posters. There's like moving like boards with like advertisements on
Just
it.
random in the street.
Just everything's random. There's just so much going on, right? And like I start walking around, and like obviously like this is the first time I've been in a city in Japan, so I'm darting around, like I'm looking everywhere, right? And then like I'm seeing so many different things. Have you seen? Why are you laughing?
Hang on, was this sort of like a one-off performance?
No. Alright, so
This is normal Japanese life.
no, this is like everything. So like let me
Wow.
just you'll know what this is. I don't think you will, but you know what like the TikTok NPCs.
Why would I not know?
You know the people.
Why would you know?
Because I don't know. What are you like 70? Right?
You use TikTok though. You use TikTok, don't you?
To a heck.
No, but do you know what I'm talking
I
about?
know what it is, but I don't use it. Sorry.
Yeah, do you know how you get like TikTok NPCs when you scroll through it? It's
Kind of,
people
yeah.
like and they're like daddy chill, or like you send like poses. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Right, you've seen them before, right? There's those people like in the street dressed up as something, doing that, right? Yeah, literally. Right, so I'm thinking, I'm like, what the? Right, and then like I get to a crossing and I look around and there's people that walk past and they're like dressed as anime characters, like hair is dyed, right? They've got like extreme makeup on,
That's
right?
so cringe.
And like I'm looking and I'm like that's a dude, right? Like there's a guy dressed up as an anime girl, and like you know at this point I'm really confused, but I brush it off. Right, it's Japan, right? Like just brush it off.
So do these grown-up men not have jobs or things
That's
to
their
do?
job.
No, these are young people. But if you want to know about older men, I've got a story to tell you about that.
Okay.
Right. So basically,
Now this is getting disturbing.
no.
Because he said it.
No. So essentially, what it is like I'm walking down the street, but there's really loud music, and I'm like, what's that? And like I peer over like this balcony thing. It's like a square balcony, and at the bottom there's like this stage, and I'm like, what? And there's like this girl dressed up, right? And like proper dressed up, makeup, like hair, everything, the lot of it, right? And she's there, and she's like dancing and she's singing on stage, right? There's lights flashing everywhere, and alright, can I just ask, like, what would you expect that audience to be?
Like teenage girls.
Teenage girls. Yeah. What would you expect the audience to be?
Younger people.
Yeah,
Some
exactly.
description.
Do you know what I saw? Older men, right? In their like 40s, 50s, right? And they're up there, like some of them like with a camera, some of them have like glow sticks, like going along with it, right? I'm not joking. I'm not joking. These are grown men, fully grown men, your age.
Are you sure this wasn't like? Thank you. Are you sure this wasn't like a stunt?
No, this was. I saw this
Wasn't an
multiple.
advert or
No, I
anything?
saw this multiple times in the week.
Wow.
Right, because this was like a way of
Exclusively older men, or just
basically just exclusively older men. Some
No.
younger, some like 30s.
Was there any
Okay.
girls there?
No,
It was just
apart
all
from
men.
the people dancing.
God, that's weird.
And like, can you imagine like what happens like when these people go home, right? And like somebody's asked, oh, where did you go? Oh yeah, I went to go watch the anime.
So
girls
are
dance."
people kind of like recording this on social
Yeah, people
media
like
and
record
stuff?
them, they take videos
Okay.
and stuff, and like these people as well. Like this is the thing you have to understand is being cringe does not exist in Japan. Like if you saw somebody walking down the street, right, dressed as like I don't know, like name a character from something, like dressed as like an anime character, or like name a character from a movie, like name a fictional character.
Toy Story characters.
So yeah, could you imagine if you saw somebody walking down the street as
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear and Sheriff Woody?
Oh, that's weird.
Right, what would that's weird,
I
isn't
think
it?
they're
Like
way
that'd just be
cringe.
cringy,
Yeah.
right? But in Japan that doesn't exist, right? You could do that and people would start like throwing movie references.
So
at
this
you.
is an area, for example, like St George's Square in Luton.
Yeah, could you
Just in
imagine
the
what
middle of
happened
the
if I walked down St George's Square dressed as Sheriff Woody?
Wow. Well, you can't. Let's forget.
The trousers.
I was actually saying earlier on that you're rocking those trousers.
Yeah, but are you sure that no one finds
Like
it
them.
cringe? Because there were no girls in the audience. So maybe the girls thought, oh, this girl is so cringe for doing that.
No, but I'm talking about sort of like in general, like aside from those concert stuff, people walk around dressed up, not just to go to these concerts, just for the fun of it. Like people will walk up dressed up.
It seems fun, but we can never do that here.
No, you
So
can't.
is this part? So we're learning quite a lot about Japanese culture here. There's lots of free stuff going. Well, not free stuff, but you know they've got these gacha machines. And
Yeah.
Everything's quite. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. How do you describe that?
I don't know.
It's overwhelming when you first see it. And like as well, I saw like people like they break dance and like when it gets
Okay.
dark, right? They like so like this one place. I think it was like the city hall. Right, they break dance in front of it because it's like basically just glass, and when they turn all the
So
lights,
these are
it's
proper
like
street
mirrors.
performers.
No, not just it's just like random kids that like do street dancing in front of this window. Like
Okay.
like I don't know how to describe it because when they turn the lights off in the office and it's dark, it's obviously like a mirror, and like they
Okay.
stand there and they dance and like it was kind of funny to watch because of how into it they get. Like they're like like break dancing and stuff, like the faces, right, everything. And like I'm looking at like Emery's like, what's so funny? I was like, oh, we have a word for people like that back in the UK, right? And
Whatever it is, don't say it. Do we have a word for that?
I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't.
it depends on what side of the argument you're on.
What the
But
word for that is.
because to me it looks sort of like it just looks sort of unnatural. Like I wouldn't get into something like that.
Can you relate to this at all?
Not at all. And this is his first time in another
This is my
country.
first time in another country.
And that's what
Like,
you see.
I
Picked a
thought
good country. Picked a
I
good
thought like
country.
being across the pond from France was bad, right? But after going from Japan, I think France is probably a lot worse. It's like the culture's that different after a plane ride.
So, if this is the sort of thing that people do in their spare time. How I'm really struggling with this. I don't know
Struggling
what
to
think.
comprehend.
I am struggling to comprehend it because we don't actually have that here in the UK. I mean,
No, you
okay,
don't.
fair enough. You might have. So for example, the past few weeks I've seen a clown walking around.
I've seen that too.
Doing balloons and stuff.
Sometimes.
A little bit disturbing because I've seen him go to the pub a few times. Not so great.
How's that disturbing? Can you not
Well,
be
if you've got somebody as a clown who is,
Probably works with kids.
works with kids and is
Oh,
building
yeah,
little
probably.
poodle sort of balloon toys and handing them out,
Yeah.
it is a bit disturbing.
One time I took a picture of him, just like secretly. He was like having a little coffee and looked so sad.
Oh wait, does he? Oh, I know who
You've
you're
seen
talking about. I thought it was a
No, it's
woman.
No, it's a man. Isn't
Really?
It? Is it a
I
man?
thought it was a woman.
It could be more than one.
I clown's uniform, I don't know. Stuff. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know. But yeah, but I think the thing that I kind of take from that is that whenever there has been street performers, I've only ever seen sort of like pop-up street performers, but they are street performers. This seems to be culture. This seems to be something that
This
people
is
do
a thing.
during the day. I've always thought of Japanese people as being culturally conservative, mostly, although obviously that is not the case recently. Hardworking, people who've got really, really long hours. If you're not studying, you're with your family, or you're doing something positive with your time, or you're studying. That's the way I've always seen it. What's your thoughts of Japanese culture and what Japanese life would have been like?
Anime, I guess.
Wow. Still narrow-minded thinking. After
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
guys. That's the only way I've
after this in-depth conversation that we've had,
No,
what
wait,
you
you
can take
know
away
what?
from it is
Around like 2020 time, there was like Japanese fashion on TikTok. Did you ever see that?
I think so.
Like Chinese fashion, Japanese fashion. It was like everywhere. And there are some like Japanese groups that I've heard of, like music groups. So
Okay.
they're pretty, Oh yeah, there's one of my favourite bands Japanese. How can I forget?
What do you
Baby
think?
Metal. Do you know Baby Metal?
No,
Okay.
nobody knows Baby Metal.
No, people do. People know it.
What?
Baby Metal. They're a Japanese group, and I love them so much.
What do you
so-
actually think? Like, what do you think to Japanese fashion? Then? Because I mean, like, I can speak a lot about Japanese fashion, but what do you think to
I
it?
mean, it's pretty good. I don't know much about it though. What did you see when you were there? Like,
It was very like, you know, sort of how I dress. Like, it was
I
very.
don't know how you dress. Today you look like a sheriff, so
What?
Like the sheriff
Where
looks
is
like
this
Winnie.
coming from?
I don't know.
you started it.
Jeez, I'm sorry I didn't throw on my Primark shirt, but okay.
I'm sorry. Carry on
But,
with that though.
Yeah, so like Japanese fashion is very much like that. It's all like this very like baggy, like out there
Yeah, yeah.
sort of clothing.
Yeah.
Like I saw so many things and I was like, that's sick. And I like asked people where they got it from, but like there's like it's like all like exclusive stuff. Like there's only like 500 of them made.
Oh, really?
That's to buy. And yeah, I saw some dude with like
Oh.
the sickest trousers, right? They 100% look like he'd like ripped them off a homeless person.
Really?
Right, but that's like they look dirty. Like the color of them looked dirty, and they're so oversized, right? And they're like basically like hanging on the floor, but like they look so cool, right? And like they pull it off with like this jumper as well, like another type of jumper.
So it does seem to me a little bit like, you know, Japanese culture, Japanese way of life is very much Japanese clothes, Japanese music, etc. is actually a real thing. So is that the way society? Because I don't think our society really functions that way. Does our society function that way?
No, because
in the UK?
we have cringe. That's the thing. It's
We
like
do. If
you'd
we
be
see-
embarrassed to go out like
If
that.
we see someone different, we just say they're cringe. We don't
Yeah.
really let people be themselves. Sadly.
Okay.
How society?
I get a feeling that you're a little bit judgmental there.
I would just say like, and everyone else, I feel like they're very judgmental.
I think I got to put an argument against that quickly, just while we're here. Like, I think it could be something more to do with Luton, because like all of us speaking here, right? We're saying, oh yeah, like this it wouldn't really slide in Luton, right? But when I've like gone up to Cambridge, right, for like uni and stuff, like people, like it's a very accepting place over there. You can have your own style, you can do your own thing, and people don't really bat an eyelid. You know, I saw like some grandma wearing like a GTA 5 backpack.
Okay.
Yeah, like it was like the weirdest thing I've seen, and that's how I realised sort of Cambridge just does its own thing. Like,
I kind of get the feeling that Luton is probably quite typical of anywhere in the UK. It's probably semi-conformist, not necessarily conservative, but you don't get a lot of difference out there. And I think even when we spoke about, you know, emu looks, coquette looks.
Did you say emu?
Emu looks.
Emu
looks.
Emu?
Emo.
There you go.
It wasn't even emo, it was gothic.
Gothic. I
Yeah.
should have said gothic.
I think Raheed had an emo phase as well.
They
I can
are.
imagine like a side fighting.
Black nail paint.
You need to show us beardless pictures of you, like when you were young.
I haven't shown you pictures of me when I was young.
Please do that.
However, I think what you're describing to me is a completely different culture, whereas I think UK culture is very much recycled.
You can't do that here, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, you know how you were talking about the gothic look? When I dressed up gothic, people look at me like, what the hell is she doing? Who does she think she is, going to the park dressed like that?
What were you going for today then?
Today?
Yeah.
That's just summery look, I guess. No, but I dressed gothic because it was called like a magazine thing that I was doing for college, so it wasn't real. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not
I think you
emo.
meant like you walked
No,
down
no,
the
no,
street
I'm not
dressed
emo.
gothic or something.
I'm not emo like this.
Not emu.
Emo.
There used to be a guy called, what was his name? Was it Rod Hull?
Here comes old talk.
What?
There was a guy called Rod Hull. Was
Rod
it Rod
Stewart.
Hull or something like that? Not Rod Stewart. It's a singer, right?
If you like my body. That's it. That's
Yeah. Absolutely. Was the guy's name Rod Hull? And he basically had a prop with him, which was an emu, and he was just like a ventriloquist.
But what
kind of
is
guy.
that prop? What is an emu?
It was an emu.
What
Oh,
is
like
that?
a puppet.
Yeah, a puppet, a bird.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So an emu is a bird. It's a
Like
kind of-
that?
Not quite like that, but yeah. Anyhow, we've gone way off topic. My point is that I think UK fashion and culture
Hold on, is
is
this actually a bag?
Yeah, you can put stuff.
It looks like you just opened it up.
Look,
it's a rucksack.
I take my phone.
it's proper. It's like proper
My
Batman,
phone.
like roadman stuff.
My
It's
phone.
Gumfizzy.
Can I have
I
my
think
phone
I
back?
think we do need her phone back.
Oh yeah, we do that.
Oh dear me, it's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. I'm trying to get my point out, and you're not listening. You guys are really crap co-hosts today. I didn't say that.
No, because you don't know and we don't care.
That's exactly it.
I don't know, and you don't.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah,
don't
this is
know. We don't know what you're talking about. We're talking
You
about
don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
No, you don't care what I'm talking about.
both.
Do you care?
Make us care.
Yeah,
You
maybe.
can't make something.
Yeah, come on. Give me a reason why I should care.
Okay, so do you think older people have the ability to make younger people care?
Yeah,
How?
like with the reasonings.
Mm.
Like,
The
I don't know.
reasoning.
Yeah, it
Okay.
kind of
I don't
related to us.
You don't think so?
No?
Well, like, because I think I spoke to you about this before. I think we spoke about it on the pod, where like I remember doing my GCSEs and our deputy head said to us like these GCSEs are going to be like a chain and a ball. They're going to weigh you down for the rest of your life and follow you everywhere, right? But it's literally not like that. I just use them to get into college.
No, I don't think that is true. I don't think that is true.
Like-
I mean, look, we're midway through June, towards the end of June. People have done their GCSEs and their A levels, and I think those people who've already done their GCSEs and A levels, it's a stepping stone moving forward. I think people do need to find deeper meaning in what that is. A little bit like culture, you know, do you find deeper meaning? And I mean, clearly the people you met in Japan are enjoying what they are doing. Just like any culture is enjoying what they're doing. It's part of the fabric of their society. It's part of the fabric of their being. It's something that they connect to. It could have a sort of joyous happiness, emotional connectivity. Clearly people will do it because they've got the time. Maybe somebody's making money off the back of it. I'm not too sure. But clearly whatever there is culturally going on, it's working for them. And I think that's a great thing. But yeah, cool. So just very quickly about Japan, would you go back?
100%. I want to go back next year.
No.
Cool, amazing. Amira, would you go to Japan based upon what?
It sounds interesting. Like, it's really different to the UK, and obviously we kept saying like they have the cringe moments, but I don't think it's that bad. Like, I love being different and stuff like that, and you know they're really different. So I think it'd be great to see it and try out new foods, like that stupid chicken hot that you wanted that last week.
Oh yeah, what was it?
Chicken heart.
Chicken. Oh,
Sounds disgusting, but it might be interesting to try.
I'm
it.
traumatized. Why did you have to bring that up again?
I'm sorry, but it looked like a heart, didn't it?
It
Like
did,
an actual
yeah.
heart.
Yeah.
Guys.
It's just somebody cut it.
I'm
Why
traumatized.
Like they served
Wait,
it to me.
why is it like
It's
that?
like with love.
Well, like with blood.
Was it bloody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, blood puts me off. No mind, I can't have that. Like, Black and veins.
Gross.
Veins are so. Did it have veins on it?
I don't know. I was
How
like,
many
I was
times do you have to
traumatized
say
myself.
stop talking about this? It's
Sorry,
gross.
it's disgusting, but I want to know more about it.
Off camera,
I don't know
not
why.
with Amira.
I'll do it
That's
after.
gross. Warren, there's some pretty cool stories, some pretty funny stories. I'm a little bit traumatized, but we'll go with it. So that's a wrap for us for this week. Japan, part 2, episode 8. We'll see you again soon. It's goodbye from me.
It's a goodbye from me.
Goodbye for me.